to use something as a paperweight, just my bag of cleaning goods. Right, time to set the sucker up. Right, we'll just use what we used last time with a bit of an alteration. Some crude scribble outs, as long as it works. Okay, full colour. Alright, so I'm going to go, of course, copying a human body. We've got it basically, or anything three-dimensional, regular. Well, it's wise to do this. I mean, depends. Different manufacturers, it's confusing. So, but it's a good thing to do by default. Alright, quality density, we'll leave it on the default setting, photo text, printed photo. Density will go -3. So next one we've got to do, we've already set the colour. We're going to set this up for 4:1. So 4 images onto A3. Now, I'm sure I did set the paper size. I'd like to check. Absent-minded biz hub professor. Hee. But we do have other settings to put together. But we'll do the 4:1 because it happens to be there. So again, we've got to find it in basic. You've got to combine. So we go 4:1, 81. Let's check 4:1. Yep, okay. The next step is, oh no, somebody forget to set the paper size. The trace, paper tray. So we'll just put that in as an extra note. We have to set the system up again. Someone just used it, so I don't think the interrupt button works on this particular setup, which is a real pain. We already had the density set to -3. I just thought I'd reiterate just in case I forgot. But we didn't set this thing, the background removal, so I thought I'd put that in. I know I like to do things very accurately, but sometimes I do make a lot of mistakes as well, unfortunately. So we got that down. I might change my mind. I might run it as an 8-in-1 job tonight, just for something different. Well, I normally do it this way anyway. So there you go. Just run it as an 8-in-1 instead of a stage. We've got the 4. We've made it 8-in-1. Now we're going to have to change things a little. Going into edit colour. We're going to go and colour adjust. So we've got the copy density done. So we're going to do something. So we're going to go again. We've got available here. We've got here saturation. Now because we're doing it smaller images, we might have to drop the satur down a bit. We have to make it maybe, hang on, +2, or maybe we might even consider. We might consider leaving the satur on +3. But one thing to do is that if we're using a smaller image, we'll just have to take the copy density and drop it down to the minimum. Now this again is not accurate. I like to use the front panel because it's got more range. This one only goes to, again, it's confusing the way copiers are set up. This machine scares the living daylights out of the people who walk in here. Seem to be the only nutcase that wants to use it and finds it a very sexy device. So now we're going to make this one +4 light, or should we say -4 if we're talking dark. Just noted that. And we're going to just punch in the rest of this profile. So we might go back here. We're going to go again to add colour. Again, we're going to go sharpness. Sharpness. Again, I don't know. I might just punch it up +3 and see. We've already got it written in. Now what we've got to do is get into again, we've got to adjust the colour balances now. So we might get into RGB. Sounds like a bit of argy-bargy, like the world we live in, eh? Toner heads. So we've decided to +1 the red. And we're just going to go into CMYK. Or actually it's YMCK in this case. It's confusing, isn't it? Alright, so we've decided to set the yellow as we did yesterday. So we go, these are stupid fractional settings. Why do they put them in thirds? This is an old generation of this hub. I heard this is a new generation like the C280, which got released last spring in Australia. Is a lot the exciting product. Better than this, well, put it this way, it's going to make this look like a heap, I think, without actually dimming it myself, without even trying it. Anyway, enough chatter. We're going to just set the colour up. So 2 2/3. So we use this fractional button here. 2/3. It's yellow. Magenta. We're going to do magenta as, again, 2 2/3. So go 1, 2, and then we go fractional button, 1, 2. And then we go cyan. Cyan will be full blast, +3. And K will just be a smidge. We're not stripping the K this time, we're just going to add a little bit of K. So K will be minus, -2, and put it down as 1/3. So we're just going to drop 1/3, just got 2/3 of black, very low setting. So again, let's see how it goes. If this thing don't come with a previous screen, the C754 and the other machines in the series are very efficient. So Konica Minolta have really raised the game, and I reckon they're the ones that are going to really triumph for a while. So think Konica Minolta if you're thinking OEMs, but again, you won't find a job in Konica Minolta. But they're the most exciting company available now. So there you go. That looks like we've set the profile. Yeah. This is my little buddy. Very sexy indeed, eh? Well, I think it is. No one else around here thinks it is. Oh well, let's have a look at this sucker. So yeah, get ready to run up.